I'm filming.
What? Is it meant for me to do a motivational message, or you should be writing me one?
No. You need to sign your name. You got this, Josh Lewis.
You got this.
Don't be shit is a pretty good mantra, isn't it? We use it quite often within the squad. Just wish people well on their races, and you know, it's just one of those things we say to one another to kind of send them on their way. But yeah, I've been out in Barcelona for the past few days and it's been pretty good. I like coming out early just to kind of get over that travel fatigue. Otherwise, I find I don't cope that well coming into races, because my first few sessions after travel always feel terrible. So yeah, I've managed to get most of the training done that I wanted to get done. I had a pretty good week lead-in, similar to Almere, to be honest, so I'm pretty pleased with how everything's gone. And now it's just a case of finishing off the final touches and seeing how the race goes.
Monologue. I don't really know what to talk about.
We're doing it. You're in the monologue.
I am in the monologue. It's 2 days before the race. Done my run prep set, going to do my swim prep set. It's quite warm, but not too hot. Yeah, no, I've done all the course recce's and stuff, and it's all pretty legit. It's going to be quick, very quick. Don't know how the kind of like race tactics are going to play out. I think there's just going to be quite a few of us out of the water together, and it's a pretty solid course. It's not completely pan flat either on the bike, so it's definitely not as flat as I thought it was going to be, which is exciting, I guess, because there's more opportunities for things to happen, which I need to happen, because I'm just not as quick as running as the rest of these guys I'll be with. So yeah, all in all, the run, which I've done a couple of times now, is pan flat, which is great, because I'm heavy. No, I'm not heavy, but I'm heavier, again, than these other runners, and I can keep that momentum.
Oh, Josh, there's a fly on me. Sorry, I thought it was a mosquito. Sorry.
Yeah, I can keep that momentum rolling on a flatter course, so it benefits me a little bit more. Kind of like Almere, but I'll try and actually hold a steady pace this time rather than dying towards the back end. And yeah, I'll report back later, but we're going to go for a swim and kind of check that out, check the water temperature, see if it's a wetsuit or non-wetsuit, and go from there. Slow running never looks good, does it?
I don't know, it's my only option.
Great upshot.
I always find that the last few sessions leading into the race, especially the last race of the season, you just want to get done and out of the way. It's one of those things that I know that I have to do in order to prepare for the race properly, because if I let myself get a little bit too fresh, the body doesn't actually respond that well on race day. I think it can produce a little bit too much lactic, it's a little bit kind of over antsy, a bit too kind of fresh muscly as well, so that I can actually go above and beyond what I'm probably capable of doing over the whole race.
I can tell you that you're not. You're not alright. You need some food, you're angry.
So these last few sessions are really important just to keep that system a little bit dampened, but obviously try and freshen up a little bit muscly.
You watch Strap.
Commandant.
What did you say?
So these swims or runs or whatever, I put a little bit of effort in there. Probably on the bike I do about 30 minutes of race pace effort, a few days out and before the race. Then 2 days before the race I get in the water, do about again 10-15 15 minutes worth of effort in and around race pace. And the same with the run. I do about 20 minutes worth of race pace for the full distance Ironman. So it's not really that fast, I guess, and it's very easy to do those like 15-20 minute efforts because obviously like you're trying to hold it for 3-4 hours, not necessarily just 15-20 minutes, so it should feel really easy. And likewise with 70.3s, I tend to do roughly race pace efforts for 15-20 minute periods and intervals leading into the race, and obviously allowing myself a day before the race to freshen up again. I don't like putting those sessions or those prep sessions in the day before because I think they're quite important for me in particular and my physiology. So if I put them the day before, I don't want that stress of having to do them, and it still works the same a couple of days out. So I know that if I do them a couple of days out, I don't panic and stress. There's enough stress the day before a race anyway, with racking and other bits and pieces. I still train, but I don't put those important prep sessions in there. So I think that that's really important for me, and that's what I found over the past couple of years of training and racing, is to obviously try and reduce stress as much as possible and still get the work that needs to be done. And that's how I've done it this time around as well. Obviously, like 2 days out, done this prep run, prep swim. The day before the race, I will be doing just an easy bike, an easy run, just to keep everything moving. I don't like being too lethargic come the race, which can definitely happen if you like just completely turn everything off, systems down or systems shut down. It just doesn't bode well for me. I've become very kind of, I guess, just tired and lethargic. It doesn't feel very nice on race day. I might be really fresh and it might work really well, but for me, it's just important mentally to be in that right headspace. And likewise, I think getting out for a ride and a run the day before is good for headspace as well, because you don't want to spend too much time sitting around doing nothing and just overthinking everything. But yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm really looking forward to this race. It's a great course. The weather looks like not too hot, which is hopefully going to benefit me. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really good one. There's some really, really good athletes, and I'm buzzing to get going.
It's hard work, that. That reminds me of Qashqai's. Big arms. Pretty bright, isn't it?